Well, I'm going to turn to baseball if that's okay with you, because I want to ask you a couple things. You're involved in some of my favorite baseball memories. Like many people, I knew you as a kid as the guy from the All-Star game who made the amazing throws from right field. And I'm sure you've answered this before, but for me, when you look back at the throw, especially throwing out Downing at home plate to Gary Carter, do you almost think of yourself outside of your body and go, wow, look at that guy? Or does it still feel like the same guy? Are you still that guy?
I'm still that guy. I've always been a positive thinker. Some people might even call me cocky, but I definitely enjoy a challenge, and throwing out those two guys was definitely a challenge to me during the '79.
You were an extremely different type of player. I mean, your size, your speed, your combination, all those things. When you came back to Cincinnati, how big a deal was that to you to feel like you were coming home?
Well, that was great. Everybody wanted to play in their hometown, and I did also. I worked at Crosley Field as a teenager, and I lived a block away from Crosley Field in my residence. So baseball has been a part of my life ever since I was about 8 years old.
That's
Matter of
fantastic.
fact, at 8 years old, I told my mother I was going to be a baseball star and buy a house. So, I set some lofty goals.
What did Mom say to that?
Patted me on the head, say, "Oh, baby, that's so sweet," and just like most mothers would have done a kid saying that at 8 years old.
Now, when you became a pro baseball player, what did she say then?
Well, when I bought her the house, like I promised, she said, "You said you was gonna do it," and gave me a hug and a kiss. And that was reward enough.
That had to be very gratifying. Now, you're tied into some baseball lore, and you go ahead and you tell me about this. Is this true that you once hit a home run when you were playing for a minor league team, landed in a coal car, and was retrieved 150 miles away?
Yeah, it was. I was in Charleston, West Virginia, playing for the Charleston Charlies at AAA level, and we had a railroad track that went by the right field fence, and I was at the plate and I hit a home run. They landed in the coal car, and they tracked the car where it was headed, and it was going to Columbus, Ohio. So I hit a home run from Charleston, West Virginia to Columbus, Ohio. Longest home run ever hit.
Did you get the ball back?
No, sure didn't.
No, that's too bad. But that's a great story. Now, here's another one because this is a generalized story about baseball, but this is attributed to you that you hit the ball so hard you knocked the cover off one time in 1979, I believe.
Yeah, I was playing against the Cardinals, and Bob Forrest was pitching, and he threw me a fastball out on the plate, and drove it over his head up the middle. And by the time the ball got past second base, it had the flap that came off of it. And the ball was in between the center fielder and the second base and shortstop, and I have pretty good foot speed, so I ended up getting a double out of a ball that just went right behind the outfield grass.
Now, when they retrieved the ball, what did you think to yourself when you saw it?
Well, I kept that one. I got that one.
You got that one. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you've seen the movie with Robert Redford, The Natural.
Yes.
When they legendarily show him, Roy Hobbs, knocking the cover off the ball, did you kind of wink to yourself and go, "Yeah, I know what that feels like"?
I did. I knocked the cover off before the movie, so yeah, I did know what it felt like.
You gave him the idea. That's good.